Hey everyone. So I'm going to let this collect for about 2 minutes now, and at the 2-minute mark, I'm going to start. So there you have it. We're like 7 seconds in now, I think. This Facebook could be helpful with a timer, but it's not giving me one, so I'm using my watch. And that way, instead of having like 98% of everybody only see the whole thing, probably maybe 50% of everybody will see the whole thing, because I'm starting at the 2-minute mark, which we're only like less than a half a minute into so far. So we're getting there. Another minute and a half. Hey Christine. Hi. Hi Starry. So while I wait for the 2-minute mark to approach, feel free to share, like, love. Probably share right now since I'll be starting soon. And then as I'm going, like, love. And you can still share it too at that point. Hi Shan, Christine, Starry. Thanks for all the hearts. Another 1 minute approximately and I will start. So I can actually have a collection of people that get to see the whole thing instead of like coming in halfway. But there will still be people that come in halfway, and that's totally cool. It's in the caption that it's going to start at approximately the 2-minute mark. Hey Renee, Karen. Yes, you did miss me yesterday. You know what? I also missed you yesterday. That's how that works. It's a two-way street. Hi Sandy. Hello everybody. This is pretty awesome. I think I'm going to start doing this more often. This already seems to be working by giving it a 2-minute heads up, which, oh shit, here we go. We got to start like in 5 seconds. 4, 3, waving 2 from Aspen. 3, hi Tracy. 2, 1. Okay, welcome. So I started my online home business about 9 years ago. Except 9 years ago, I didn't know it was going to be an online business because that was just before social media really took off. So I thought it was going to be more like traditional home business. But then Facebook blew up a couple of years after I started, and then it was like, I'm shy, and I like being online because then I don't have to be in people's faces. And everybody is online now too, so I'm going to make this my online home business. So that's basically what I started doing a couple of years after I got started 9 years ago. And here's what I have discovered. The thing that really, well, there's a bunch of things that really made it blow up, but the really cool thing that made it blow up for me, that I've realized that anybody can do, like anybody that has any kind of inkling or a desire to, I want to do an online home business. I want to do it online because I don't want to have to do home parties, and I don't want to have to network with a bunch of people that I don't want to network with, and all these crazy things that people used to do back in the old days. And I don't want an inventory in my basement or in my garage, and whatever else you can think of that is associated with a home business. So it's like an online thing. That's my deal. So here's what it is in a nutshell. Conceptually, it's very simple. What the hell do you love to talk about? What are you talking about already that you're not getting paid for? What interests you? Do you like, I don't know, I'll give you my examples. As you guys know from following my posts, I love positive stuff. I love mindset stuff. I love my family. I love outdoor stuff. I love swimming. I love boating. I love anything to do with water. I love natural landscape. I think Mother Nature is the best artist. Mother Nature has got so many masterpieces. I love to travel and I get to see so many natural landscape wonders. It's really amazing. So these are my interests. These are what I love to talk about. What do you love to talk about? What do you love to teach? I also love to teach. Like when I learn some cool stuff, I like to teach it. So I got other things where I'm teaching, and I got other things where I'm sharing. The point is, I know me well enough to know what I love, what I'm interested in, what I'm passionate about, what I get fired up over. So I know that about myself, so I can talk about it, and I can share it, like on my Facebook timeline, and on my YouTube, and on my blog site, my tombirkenmeyer.com website, or my workwithtom.fireyourboss.xyz, or my fireyourboss.xyz. I got all these places. It's like these platforms where I can share my interests with the entire freaking planet, and it's so cool. Facebook and YouTube, these are two platforms with a lot of other platforms like Twitter and Instagram. Whatever turns you on, Facebook and YouTube turns me on. So I use Facebook and YouTube, but whatever it is, it's like these are free platforms where you could talk to the entire freaking planet. 10, 15 years ago, you needed $1 million advertising budget to talk to the whole planet. And now you can do it for free. It's like, if that doesn't jolt you, I don't know if anything would, to be honest with you. I mean, really. Really. I'm just saying. Like, now I'm on the same playing field as, like, Walmart. They've got a multi-billion-dollar budget. Walmart doesn't have dick on me. I'm just saying, we're all on the same playing field. Facebook and YouTube is a platform of impact that reaches the entire world for free. I can use it just as well as Walmart. And they got a $1 billion advertising budget, and I spend nothing in advertising. Zero. Just so you know. So you're interested in dogs, horses, cats. A lot of people are saying they love horses. I love animals too. That's another thing. So I can talk about animals. I hate factory farming, so I can be kind of a whistleblower, right? Well, a lot of people love... Wow, some of you love hair. I love long hair, so sometimes I'll post about that. These are great answers, everyone. So I'm glad you know what you like. So I'm talking about all these things that I love talking about, things that interest me. But I'm also in a home business, and I'm in an online home business. Do you kind of see where I'm going with this? With an online home business, it doesn't even matter what the product is for the purpose of this discussion. You talk about whatever it is that interests you. And maybe once a week, you put a shout out there about whatever product that you represent that you're using. It's like, I'm using XYZ, and this is what's happening to me. It's great. I'm loving it. If you're interested, hit me up. I'll show it to you. If you like it, you can do it too. If you don't like it, you don't have to. You know, that sort of thing. It's like a general rule of thumb is once a week you put a shout out like that. And you're talking about stuff you love to talk about that whole time. Like 1, 2, 3, 4 posts a day. Just stuff you love talking about. It's amazing. It's amazing how many people use Facebook that are talking about all kinds of things that interest them while they're face broke, being on Facebook. They're face broke. Get it? Okay, so 10 years ago you would need $1 million advertising budget to talk to the world. Now you can do it for free. So all of you are out there talking to the entire world for free. Well, you're not doing so good financially, which has a domino effect over everything, because money affects everything. Including the people that try to take the higher road and say, money doesn't matter. Bullshit. Money affects everything. So, Facebook has got billions of users on it, talking to the world for free. What used to would cost somebody $1 million in advertising. And people are on Facebook totally, completely face broke. And it has a domino effect over every aspect of one's life. It's like, you can keep talking about what you're interested in and getting better and developing yourself. And finally, taking advantage of a platform where you can talk to the whole world that no longer costs $1 million to reach the world. But you can reach the world now for free, as you already are. And you can do it in a way where you're freaking getting paid for it and getting out of debt or whatever it is that ails you. And it's not the same as a job. Like, maybe you're doing something at your job that interests you, which is cool. But the paycheck fucking sucks at a job. A paycheck keeps you controlled and manipulated through the dependency of money, or you can't pay your bills, regardless if you love your job or not. It doesn't matter. But attach your interests to a residual and passive income, then at some point you emerge at some point in the future, a free human being that's no longer controlled or manipulated by the dependency of money. And that's a big deal. That has a positive effect over every aspect of your life. But I mean, in a nutshell, that's it. Develop your interests, like know yourself. You got to know yourself to grow yourself. You got to know what you're into, and take those interests and attach it to some residual passive money building program, and you will emerge at some point in the future a free human being, building up a passive and residual income that sets you free, and getting away from a job income that controls and manipulates you. But it's impossible to be genuine at a job. You cannot do it. That's another bad thing that's so tragic about having a job that you depend on to pay your bills. You can't be authentic. Even if you have a boss that lets you be yourself, it's at the permission and the leisure of a gatekeeper that gives you permission and the leisure to be yourself, at the permission and the leisure of somebody else. That's bullshit. You can't be yourself. And it's working for the dollar is the ultimate pyramid scam ever created against mankind, because it keeps you controlled and manipulated and away from being your genuine self. So use your interests and this platform of impact where you can talk to the entire world. What used to cost you $1 million to do to reach the world, now you can reach the world for free. And you can talk about whatever turns you on and attach it to some passive residual money building thing so you would emerge at some point in the future for a human being. And that is my talk. And if you're curious to see what I do, go to the website that I referenced in the description of this video, the caption area, and you'll see it. It's workwithtom.fireyourboss.xyz. And that's the end of my talk. So now I'll just, hang out with you. You love being your own person. That's good, Tracy. Jobs suck. I agree, Shian. Hi, Linda. Hi, Mal. Hi, Viv from Texas. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Heather. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for the birthday wishes, Michelle. Tracy says a closed mouth is never heard. Sometimes that's a good thing, but for the point of this discussion, that's a very bad thing. Hi, Danielle. Man, a lot of people on here. Hey, Dina. Getting caught up. Christine, you asked who's a dick. Oh, I don't remember what was I talking about when I threw out that word? I don't remember. I don't remember. I'd have to go back and listen. Hi, Stacy. Nice seeing you too, Tracy. Renee Karen, Romper Room. I don't know what that is. Welcome to my backyard. For those of you that just joined, I'm just sort of hanging out for now. I'm pretty much done with the talk I wanted to do, but when I press the finish button, it will be on my Facebook timeline. You can go back and you can listen. It's around the 2-minute mark that I start doing the actual talk. Hello, Aunt Debbie. I think you're the only family member on here. The only one. Thanks, Mel. I'm glad you found the video to be inspiring. Carrie, having my business degree, your ideas seem intriguing. That's cool, Carrie. By the way, none of my talks knock a business degree. It takes hard work and dedication and consistency to get a business degree. I don't have one. Karen, I caught that much of it. I thought maybe you might have been talking about something else. I should have known better. I'm just saying. You're pretty funny, though. Thanks, Aunt Debbie. I appreciate that. Tell everyone down there that I say hello. Melanie, I did have a pretty cool birthday. It was a decompressing kind of birthday. I did several different things on my birthday. My birthday had like separate parts to it. It was kind of neat. Carrie, you're a percussionist, like not a drummer, but a percussionist, so you're in a symphony or an orchestra. So you know lots of things. I bet. All right. It doesn't seem like anybody has anything more to say about the content of my talk, and I don't want to keep this thing going forever. So I'm going to finish this video here in a second to give anybody one last second or so to comment about anything interesting. So when I get a phone call, it automatically pauses this thing and takes a second to re-catch up. So anyway, I'm going to stop this thing in a second or two here, give you guys and girls one last chance to comment on the actual content of this video. If you have a question about what I talked about, or a statement, or an agreement, or a disagreement, or a violent disagreement, I'll give you a couple seconds. And if not, I'm going to go ahead and end this. And feel free to share this with anybody if you think this was any good. I think it's pretty good. If you do, feel free to share it, and like it, and love it, and comment on it. And then, of course, visit the website that I referenced, that I've got typed up in the description area so that you can just click on it and it goes. Heather agrees with me. That's pretty cool. Tracy's inspired by me. Cool. And you worked out today. Hey, that's pretty good. I'm also looking forward to seeing who visits the website referenced in the description area of this video, and who's going to read that and go, holy shit, that sounds awesome. I'm going to contact that guy right now via Facebook private message to find out more about what the fuck he's doing, because it sounds good to me. I'm anxious to see who that person is going to be. Yes, Chimera, topic. When I finish this live feed, go back to my Facebook timeline, reload it, and you should see this whole thing. And it starts around the 2-minute mark. I'm going to say give or take 30 seconds, because this thing doesn't have a timer on it, so I don't know exactly when 2 minutes was. Alright. It sounds like that's about it. So, F-bomb. I know, Mel. I know. I have a versatile mouth. It's not even a potty mouth. It's just... It's a strategic, versatile, well-versed mouth that I have. Right on, Carrie. That's one of the things I love about an online home business, leveraging a whole other company to build a company, is you can do exactly that, excel in some of your own fucking business ideas, just as you said it verbatim. Just as you said it. Just as you said it, Carrie. And you can even swear if you want to, or you can totally not swear. It's like you get to be you. You get to do you. You define your business. You don't do it the other way around. You know, most self-employed people are crazy. They let their business define them. And to me, that defeats the purpose of being an entrepreneur if you're going to let your business define you. And that's what most self-employed people do. They let their businesses define them, and they wonder why they can't ever be totally happy or why they're not free. It's crazy. Good for you, Heather. That's beautiful. I love that. I had to click see more to see more. Hopefully it'll let me. Whoops. Kind of hard while this thing is going. Okay, I got you. Never want to go back to doing something just for money to live. Keep in mind, I mean, you need money. It's a survival thing. If you want to survive, if you want to thrive, you need money. But it's how the money comes in. Not all incomes are created equal. This is hugely important. This is like foundational stuff that they don't teach in school, and it's on purpose that they do not teach this in school. But not all income types are created equal. It's not a question of different incomes. It's a question of superior income versus inferior income. A job income, ordinary earned income, is inferior income. Superior income is passive and residual income. Job money keeps you enslaved to the dollar, keeps you controlled and manipulated on the dependency of that money, or you can't pay your bills. Controlled and manipulated, that's what job money is. Passive and residual money allows you to break away from money totally as far as how you spend your time. It's how you decouple your time from money so that you can spend your time however the fuck you want to spend it. And you're no longer controlled or manipulated through the dependency of that money, because now it's passive and residual. It means it comes in regardless of what you do with your time. There's an old saying, you can roll out of bed or roll over in bed and you get paid anyway. That's the only income that's worthwhile. And most self-employed people are more controlled and manipulated through the dependency of money than most people with a job. And that shocks a lot of people to hear that, but it's the truth. At a job, you got perks and benefits, but that's sold to its employees as a lie. That's another discussion for another day. But basically, the employee is actually paying for all those perks that they get. They just don't know it, but they are. So in the end, there really is no perks or benefits to a job at all. The 2 weeks paid vacation, the bereavement leave, the pension, if those even exist anymore, those are all paid for by the employee. It's just disguised. That's another topic for another day. But yeah, the employee is more chained, bound, and shackled to the dollar, more controlled and manipulated through the dependency of money than the person with a job, which is shocking for everyone to hear that, because the big reason people become self-employed is for the opposite effect, become more free. And most self-employed people actually have less freedom. You cannot have any freedom if you don't have residual and passive money, period. And there's very few self-employed people that are attached to a business compensation plan that pays passive and residual money. Most of them are working for money just like somebody at a job, except it's worse. Yeah, Starry, totally watch it. Rewatch, totally cool. But I hope whoever's left, I know I'm staying on longer than I said I would, but you guys throw comments out there that makes me go off on another subject matter, and it's okay, it's cool. To really digest last one, I'll say it one more time because it's so shocking and people don't believe it. Most self-employed people are more controlled and manipulated through the dependency of money than people with a job. Most self-employed people have less freedom than somebody with a job, which is the irony is like sick and sadistic, because that's exactly why people decide to become self-employed. They want more freedom, and they have less of it in the end. Most self-employed. What's next for me, Tracy? I want to keep doing what I'm doing. I guess the next thing for me is to continue to build more healthy, rich people. That's what's current, and what is next for me is to continue building as many healthy, rich people as I can with the residual passive income model, because it's the only income that matters. All other incomes is really income for dummies. Not saying people are dumb, but we all have a part of us that's dumb. And there's nothing that taps into the dumbness of all of us like job money, ordinary earned income. Hey, Jacqueline. Antoinette. Okay, so this time I think I'm going to end it for real unless somebody gets me going on another topic matter. So I guess you still have that chance. But I just want to remind everyone, and for those of you who just popped on, I started this content at about the 2-minute mark. As soon as I click finish on this video, Facebook is really fast at putting it back out there. Just watch it from the beginning, but you can skip ahead to like the 2-minute mark, give or take 20 seconds maybe, because they don't have a counter on this thing, which is really bizarre that they don't. And then I start the talk approximately the 2-minute mark, and it only goes for a few minutes, and it's more of a hangout, and then jumping around from topics based on what you guys are telling me and the feedback I get from you. Kimberly, funny thing about, I'll talk to you later, Starry, sounds good. Funny thing about life insurance, Kimberly, life insurance is another one of those things that's really just sold to people that have a job and they don't have residual and passive money. I actually cashed in my life insurance policy a long time ago, and what did I do with it at that time? I'm trying to remember what I did. Well, anyway, eventually it ended up in other things that would produce me passive. It went toward passive and residual money. I don't remember how and what facet I did it in. It was a long time ago. But having a life insurance policy is just is for people that's taking a gamble that they're going to leave their loved ones riddled with some kind of debt for funeral, final costs, funeral arrangements and things like that. But that's not me anymore, because I now invest in residual and passive money, and no more job money. Job money, I'd probably need a life insurance policy, but since I don't do job money anymore, or ordinary earned income of any kind, it doesn't make sense for me to have a life insurance policy. So I got rid of it and I put it towards something that produces passive and residual cash. Just a little side note there. Okay, so I'm going to click finish now. Feel free to share this if you think it was any good. And as soon as this is on the Facebook timeline, which would be like 5 seconds after I click finish, you'll see it and just go to around the 2-minute mark. And that's where the talk actually starts. And it just goes a few minutes, and it's just a hangout time after that. And feel free to visit my website that I referenced in the caption area of this video, so you can just click on it. And I'm very anxious to see which of you actually goes there, reads that site, and you have this conversation with yourself that's something along the lines of, holy fuck, this sounds awesome. I gotta contact that fucking guy and ask him what this is all about. And then I'll get a Facebook message from you, and I'll be like, wow, that person had that conversation in their head. And maybe you'll swear, maybe you won't swear. Either way is cool. You be yourself, you be you, and I look forward to hearing from you. Okay, one last question to answer, Heather, as I start to close out. Am I saving for retirement? No, there is no retirement saving when you have passive and residual income. I could if I wanted to. It no longer makes any sense to do that. It's a completely different world. It's a better world. For me it is anyway, because it's freedom. Residual income to last. Yeah, the whole purpose of residual income and passive income is that you want it to pay you the rest of your life, and not just that, even that's short-sighted. But you can, because it's coming from an asset that you own, you can leave it behind. So you got a family, you got a favorite charity, you can leave it in whatever entity, person, whatever that you want to. So it's income that you create that lasts for generations and generations. It's generational income far after your passing. You just have to make sure that it's willed out properly, right? But like at a job, I'll use a contrast again. If you have a job, when you die, the income dies. That income doesn't get passed on to anybody else. If you're family dependent, you got kids that depended on that income and a job, they're screwed, they're fucked. But you build residual and passive income, you die, your family's fine. It lasts beyond you do. Passive and residual income is the only intelligent income to make. I'm telling you, job money truly is income for the dumb part of all of us. We've all got that stupid side, right? But there's no reason we can't get better. I got my dumb sides too, so I'm not pointing any fingers or saying anything to put anybody down. But job money, ordinary earned, is the dumbest, most oppressive, spirit-crushing money that exists. It just fucks everybody over that depends on it. Like 100, there's no exceptions. It fucks over everybody that puts their dependency in it. So residual and passive income is the only way to go. It's the only one that sets you free, and it's generational. It goes far beyond your own lifespan. So there's no saving for retirement and things like that. Okay, now I'm gonna maybe go for real this time. And there's more people that just joined us. Okay, so one last shout out to everybody that just joined us and everyone that's still here. I'm gonna end this video now, but right after this video closes, like 5 seconds later, it's gonna appear on my Facebook timeline. And about approximately 2 minutes into it, you can skip ahead by 2 minutes. That's where I start my talk. It only goes for a few minutes, so it's pretty short. But then I hang out with you, and based on your feedback, I answer questions, and I go back and forth. It's pretty cool, right? So enjoy that, and I'm really looking forward to those of you that go to the website that's referenced in the caption, and you read that website, and you go, holy fuck, I gotta talk to Tom. That sounds just badass. I gotta find out what that's about. I'm gonna be that fucking guy right now. And then I'll get a message from you on Facebook inbox, and can't wait to hear from you. And yes, I'll play for you again soon. I was playing my guitar today, actually, Tracy. I was playing some jazz music as well as some metal and jazz. All right, I see more questions, but I've really got to go for now. So Heather, that's a great question. I might make another video specifically on just that. Hi, neighbor. I might make another video on exactly just that. That would be a cool video. So feel free to Facebook message me that question, Heather. And anybody else, if you got questions, just message me. Maybe I'll do another video, or I'll just keep the answer between us, you know, depending on whatever's appropriate. So bye for now. It's getting dark. You're not going to be able to see me soon. So bye for now.